Hello guys, I'm back and I'm here for a long overdue toy review. This toy in particular being the 2007 that would be the Safari Limited Allosaurus. Now on some bio for this dinosaur. It is a genus of large carnosaurian theropod dinosaur that lived from 155 to 145 million years ago from the Cambridian to late Tithonian age of the late Jurassic period. Now there are three current valid species of Allosaurus. There is the youngest species, Allosaurus jemadsoni, which I think this toy, even if it is shrink-wrapped, is based on, as well as the European species, Allosaurus europaeus, which actually may seem that this toy is more based off of, and of course the best known species, Allosaurus fragilis, from North America. Now, it averaged at around 8.5 meters in length for Allosaurus fragilis, although it could have been at the biggest around 9.7 meters or 32 feet from nose to tail. Now as for the toy itself, even if it is somewhat shrink-wrapped, especially on the head, I think this is still a decent, good interpretation of Allosaurus. Now, the toy is almost in a tripodal stance, mainly because, thank you plane, flying overhead, mainly because of how the tail is almost on the ground, but as you can see, if you prop it up well enough, it pretty much isn't a tripod. Now, of course, I think this is more based off of Allosaurus europaeus because having seen what the skull of Allosaurus europaeus looks like, Allosaurus europaeus has this nasal ridge right here, or at least of the known skull material of Allosaurus europaeus, there's this distinct nasal ridge on the top of the skull that isn't quite seen in the North American genera of Allosaurus. And of course, the hands are somewhat in the correct position. They're not quite pronated, as it were. And I think the toy, as far as the color, actually works kind of well if this was a North American Allosaurus, or even a European one, where the light yellowish green mixed in with the darker green would work well as camouflage. And then of course the orange colored head crests seems to show that this could be a male. Probably a male with muted breeding colors, as it were. Because I would... Thank you, plane. Again, flying overhead. Again, the muted orange on the crests could probably say that this is a male that is not quite in breeding condition. So if this was the breeding season, this male's head crest to be a bit more brightly colored. And of course, the tail is very long and, well, at least for the toy anyway, it's quite long and narrow and also very useful as a counterbalance for this theropod during a relatively high-speed chase, considering the fact that a good bit of the prey it hunted were probably relatively fast and agile herbivores like Draconyx in Europe, Camptosaurus and Dryosaurus and Nanosaurus in North America. But it also, of course, would have hunted much more difficult prey, such as Stegosaurus, such as Dacenturus, Miragai, and Stegosaurus, as well as the sauropods, Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, and possibly Lusotitan and Denerosaurus. But most likely when they were from hatchlings to subadults, unless it would have hunted in groups, but not, of course, in completely organized gangs or packs like wolves or lions today, more so like a loose gang association where, as long as all individual allosaurs are of the same size, they can tolerate each other's presence for the sake of the feast. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.